All right, gang. So, you know, the Yankees they're gonna have a pretty busy offseason. Or at the very least they should. And I generally don't like going back and saying they didn't do this, they did this, they should have done this, and blah blah. I find it to be a waste of time. So, but I'll say this: Bryce Harper would look good in pinstripes, man. He would have looked good in pinstripes. He campaigned for them to sign him, and he even said he was willing to play first base. And Ryan Cashman suggested he wasn't a fit. He had too many outfielders, and it wouldn't work. So he wound up signing a 13-year, $330 million contract with the Philadelphia Phillies. He's already a two-time MVP now. Okay, that contract's going to take it from 2019 to 2031. Okay, and he's already shown himself to not only be a two-time MVP, but a clutch performer, fiery player. He represents the changes that the Yankees need. At the very least, one of them. Okay, a fiery player who hits for contact and power from the left-handed side, who performs in the clutch. Okay, he sparks energy in his team. He sparks fire in his team. It's exactly some of the stuff we need. This guy, it's encapsulated all into one man, Bryce Harper here. So this is the one big miss that I think the Yankees did make. And Yankees are Halstein this year they're going to make some subtle changes and change. The only changes I know right now that they're making for sure, okay, and are changes to their dining room, their dining area, to have a better place to eat their already elite cuisine, and the sleeping area where these guys get rest and sleep and stuff. So I haven't heard anything about changes to the medical staff, the training staff, player development analytics, and blah blah. All the things that we've fans have been talking about. Haven't heard anything. But this is also Hal Steinbrenner. He's going to be cryptic. They're never going to tell us exactly what they're going to do. So let's not even waste our time trying to expect it or complaining about it, because it's not going to happen. Okay, we know this. So, but hopefully they put their money where their mouth is and make the change that they need to make, personnel-wise, front office-wise, and character-wise, okay, and philosophy-wise. These are things that they need to make, because in order for them to catch up for the rest of the American League East, the rest of the East is going to keep trying to stretch that lead over them. All right, and the Yankees need to do whatever is possible to close that gap. Get better players here, get better roster, get better backups, get better starters. Okay, have a unified team philosophy. You look at the Phillies, Bryce Harper brings so much to that team, but it's a team that looks like they're having fun. They love playing with each other. They're hungry, they're focused, they're driven, okay, and they hate losing as much as they love winning. You could see it when they're on the field. We need to see that same energy on the field with the Yankees. We need to see it. So, and the only person to me that represents the type of change that Bryce Harper would bring would be Juan Soto. Again, a clutch performer, okay? He may not be as fiery as Bryce Harper is, but there's not many people who are, and that's okay. But he has shown quite a bit of energy. He hits in the clutch all the time. He's an on-base percentage machine. He hits with contact, hits for power, okay? And him in front of Judge will be just as terrifying as Bryce Harper in front of Judge or behind Judge, okay? It's the only guy in my mind that represents the type of change that Bryce Harper would bring to this team. Would he be more expensive? Yes, we know this. But this is the type of move that the Yankees need to make. This is where they, it would be nice for them to put their money where their mouth is, to actually walk the walk and not just talk the talk. Okay? And it would have been awesome to have Bryce Harper here, but it would be just as awesome to have Juan Soto here to complement Aaron Judge and whoever else they bring in here. But I picture in my head, in the back of my mind, how much Bryce Harper would look freaking phenomenal in pinstripes. It's like the girl that got away. He's the guy that got away. All right, to me, the guy that got away. It would have been nice to have Carlos Correa. I mean, I would have loved Bryce Harper and like a Corey Seager here. Super expensive, yes. Neither one of them happened. No, we know this. But I understand the Yankees the shortstop position. They were half dozen deep in shortstop prospects, and they have a guy that's panned out so far, Anthony Volpe, which justifies, to this point, not spending $1 million on a shortstop. I get that. And hopefully Volpe continues to develop in a way that keeps them justifying that decision. Bryce Harper, different story. They haven't had a difference-making outfielder like that, and I can't remember how long. Bernie Williams is awesome, but this is Bryce Harper. He's already 300 home runs into his career. He's on his way. He's on his way to a 500 home run in the Hall of Fame career. We know this. He stays healthy, and again, this is the other thing. This is a guy that's notorious for not only his fire, but for hustling too hard, and getting hurt because of the fact that he hustles too hard. And he's playing smarter now, playing more reserved, but not when it comes to disagreeing with umpires. He brings the same fire that Aaron Boone brings, which is fantastic, which I wish some of our players would have done. I see Cole do that with the umps, shouting and barking at the umps. Would love to see Judge and some of these other guys do it. So maybe these folks can take a page from the Bryce Harper handbook, right? And maybe they'll get somebody here that represents a more fiery Yankees regime, or a new, more fiery, energetic, focused, athletic Yankees regime, particularly one that bats from the lefty side, that complements the guys that we already have, that takes the pressure off the guys that we already have, okay? That lengthens our lineup, which we desperately need. So I want to know what you think about this, King. Do you think Bryce Harper is the one that got away? Do you think about how awesome it would have been? I know I do. I'm not going to waste my time complaining about it because it's already done. It's been happening years. He signed his contract years ago. He's already like 5 years, I think 5 years into his Phillies career. So with a lot of success and another MVP. So could the same thing have happened with the Yankees? Yep. So hopefully they get guys here that complement Aaron Judge. This is what we're going to continue to talk about this entire offseason and free agency, winter meetings, trades, and everything else. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button, please. Okay, and not only thank you for it, but I ask if you do hit it to please hit the notification as well. That way when something breaking comes out, you're one of the first people to hear about it. Okay? You'll get it live time. You'll get all the details. When free agency comes out, when it's breaking, you're one of the first people to hear about it. I want the people in the 161 family to be some of the first people to get all the information, get the accurate information, get the right information. Okay? But could you picture him? Could you picture Juan Soto in pinstripes? Who else could you picture in pinstripes? Okay? I could picture Cody Bellinger in pinstripes, but he doesn't do it for me like Bryce Harper does. He doesn't do it for me like Juan Soto does. Okay? And it's, again, that's that consistency too. Bryce Harper, with the exception of a couple of freak injuries like your Tommy John surgery and stuff like that, the portrait of consistency has always been there with Bryce Harper. And that includes production on the field and production off the field. Fire, energy, focus, and everything else. And this is the one I think not signing him is the big mistake. One of the biggest mistakes that the Yankees front office made and did not make. This was one of Cashman's biggest blunders, or whoever decided. Okay, I don't know who it is. Okay, this is one of their biggest mistakes, biggest loss. He could have been a mainstay here for a long time. So, but now they have an opportunity this offseason to make up for that. And hopefully they do that in volume and in quantity and quality. Okay. And I don't know who else can make an impact like Bryce Harper did, like a Juan Soto. I can't think of anybody else who would make a similar impact or makes fans feel the way that they felt about Bryce Harper, feel about Bryce Harper. I can't think of anybody. I know there's a fear is going to be too pricey. They had the same fear about Bryce Harper. Now it looks like a friggin' bargain. Okay? And Juan Soto could look at a bargain. And Juan Soto, he'll be 25 almost a full year into his next deal. Bryce Harper was 26 when he signed his deal. So was Manny Machado. So Juan Soto will be 24 going into 25. Or he'll be 25 actually. Start of his next contract. So this is the opportunity. This is the time to do it, right? And don't know what else to say, but we need a reason to be really pumped up and excited. We need the Yankees to do something like this. We need them to bring a generational player, an impact player, a guy to be excited about every single day and be like, damn, I can't wait to see Soto in front of Judge behind. I don't know. I don't care where he bats. I think his best position would be in front of Judge with Jung-Hoo Lee in front of Soto as the leadoff hitter. And that 1-2-3 will be death on pitchers. But I don't know if that's fantasy land, but this is Yankees got the pockets. They're deep. Are they going to pull in there like Rakim said? Are they going to go in there and come up with lint, or are they going to come up with the checkbook? Right? I'm pausing for a second, just trying to think about this. But give me your feedback. I want to load up the comments, please, because this one right here is like it's a big loss, but I think it's a big opportunity too for them to redeem themselves in a way where there's a player who's potentially available right now who could have the same impact that Bryce Harper has and had. And are the Yankees going to pursue it is the question. He's going to be one of the guys. Like the Phillies have brought in guys, Harper, JT, they brought in Trey Turner. They've been loading up on guys, and you could see, and all these guys are performing right now. Every single one of them now. This is the collection of clutch players and elite players that Dave Dombrowski's known to do with his teams. And he did it with the Phillies. Yeah, it cost them a lot of prospects, but the Phillies are well greased and well set up for the foreseeable future to compete. Just like right now. They're going to be a very formidable opponent for any team in the National League or any team in the American League. So when you look at a team that looks really happy and loves playing together, it's harder to find a team more closer to that example than the Phillies right now. It's exciting to see the Texas Rangers. It's exciting to see the Diamondbacks. But the Phillies look like they love playing with each other. And that's one of the things that reminds me of Little League. Love playing with each other and playing baseball and getting out in the field and just having a lot of fun. The Phillies are showing that every single day on the field. Let me know what you think, King. Let's talk about this.